Hi everyone, I'm Nathan with the ebookreader.com. For this video, I'm going to give you guys a comparison review between the Kindle Paperwhite 2 here on the left and the new $79 touchscreen entry-level Kindle here on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and compare these two devices right here and show you the differences between them. So when it comes to software, they're virtually identical. So I'm not going to really talk about the software much because the features are the same between them. So if you want to see the software features in action, check out the individual reviews for these devices. Right now I'm mostly going to talk about the differences between these two. Alright, so this Kindle here on the right, they're both basically the same height. This one's just in a lower stand right here. But they're both basically the same height. This one, the new Kindle, the basic Kindle here, it's a little bit wider, and it doesn't have like the same sort of contour right there, so it seems like it's a lot thicker to me. But it's really only like a millimeter thicker, but as you can see right there, it seems like it's way thicker just because the edge isn't curved as much. It's way more blocky. It's kind of got this like plastic on the back. It's got this textured plastic. I'm not a real big fan of the design on this new Kindle. It seems kind of cheap, really. The Paperwhite, by contrast, it's a lot classier. It's got the soft textured back, and it's also got like the front here. It's plastic too, but it just sort of has more of a metallic finish to it. It seems, it doesn't really feel like plastic, whereas the basic $79 Kindle, it really does feel like a big slab of plastic. I'm kind of a little disappointed with the design overall, but like I said, the software is exactly the same between these two devices. So you do get all the same exact basic software features, the Kindle features between them. Where it comes, the differences are with the screens mostly here. So the Paperwhite on the left, it has a higher resolution screen, and it also has a front light. So that's the number one biggest difference, is this front light. So when you don't have any lights on in your room, when you're reading at night or whatever, obviously it's a lot easier to read on the Paperwhite than it is on the basic Kindle over here, because it doesn't have any source of illumination. It's like a paper book where you need like an external lamp or like good lighting to be able to see the screen. But once you see with the light on here, the screens look very similar. But in person, the Kindle screen does look better. It has a higher resolution. The font's a little bit crisper. They're a little bit finer tuned. But we do have the exact same font choices on both of these. Like I have them both set the exact same right now, but I've noticed they're not exactly the same sizes, even though everything's set the same with the same exact book and everything. So it still differs slightly here. So like the Paperwhite, the text is a little bit smaller on this setting. On that last setting, it looked like it was just a little bit bigger. But so yeah, the font sizes aren't exactly comparable. As you can see, we're getting more text on the Paperwhite considerably. We have this whole extra section right here. I mean, this is the same page where it starts the same, but it doesn't even get to the paragraph break on this one. It's kind of weird because they are the same exact screen size and everything, but with the Paperwhite's higher resolution, the fonts are scaled differently. Okay, so aside from the screens, I mean, the devices are very similar. They got the same hardware, I mean, the same processor, the same amount of RAM, the same memory and everything. So as far as that goes, I mean, performance is going to be the same. As you can see, whenever I do anything, it's like the same speed on both of them. Sometimes that one's a little quicker. It just sort of depends, I think, on the cache or sometimes with things loaded. So let's try that again. It'll probably be the same. There, see, there we go. It just sort of differs from time to time. So I mean, yeah, what I'm saying is the software identical virtually. You just don't have like the light button up here, but you still got all the other features. So I mean, they're very similar devices. The Paperwhite, you have the option for 3G. The Paperwhite also has the a capacitive touchscreen, and the entry-level Kindle here, it has a infrared touchscreen. From a usability standpoint, I've never really had a problem with infrared touchscreens. So I mean, they do the same thing. They both offer pinch zooming. So if you wanted to, you can just change font by pinch zooming and change the font size quickly that way. So like I was saying, we've got all the same exact features. I mean, in the software menus up here, you got the Kindle Free Time, Vocabulary Builder, the experimental web browser, same exact settings. So as far as software goes, if you want to save some cash, it's at $80. The Paperwhite starts at $120. But sometimes the Paperwhite goes on sale for $99. If you can get it for $99, it's definitely the way better deal. Just because you get the higher resolution screen, you get the front light. I mean, for $20, that's definitely worth the upgrade. For $40, obviously, it depends more on your budget, but I think that the Paperwhite is the better device personally. I like the hardware, like I was saying. It's just a lot sleeker. It feels better in your hand. Whereas the basic Kindle, it's just it's more blocky, and it just sort of has the basic plastic exterior here. It doesn't have the classy look to it. It's kind of its own sort of new design here, because none of the other Kindles really were like this before. They always had sort of the slimmer, sleek design here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this comparison review right here, folks. Check out the ebookreader.com for some additional details, and I'll be uploading additional comparison reviews as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask on the ebook reader blog. Thank you for watching, and you have a good day.